chasing, beat down by the 12. I ain't worried about it. Come and get these fits. I've been through hell. I ain't worried about it.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
I'm not going to speak on things I've heard because what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. Right? There's things I know for sure that happen, and it is what it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
Move on. I'm moving on. But some of this shit's got to stop.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I think the bombshell was Twitter.
The bombshell was last night. And Matt Fox of Washington Union High School dropped it.
I mean, like, the sack to do that.
I mean, he might be,
Is that your new best friend?
He might be walking down the street with his nuts. He might have some chafing going on his ball sack for the next fucking month. They're hanging low.
I saw it, and
I was so pumped when that happened. And to see who it was, which we won't say because we're not about that. We're about talking about what's going on. But
people saw it.
People saw it, But come on. Be better. Be better than that.
It's a really bad look. Really bad.
Be better than that.
And more so even like with being involved in covering locals, the track.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad. It's a bad look.
I mean, when you say come be a part of an epic class, is this class going to be more epic than 2011, 2010, 2016?
Well, and somebody mentioned, like, let's go back and look at the rosters and see where they all came from.
That's what I'm saying. And that's where it's like, yes, there are people that have been there the whole time. I get it. And we're not I don't even care if you transfer. That's the thing people don't understand. I don't care if you transfer. But do it the right way. Just say, I'm fucking going. I want to be on a better baseball team. I want to get more exposure, even though it doesn't always happen. Just say it. I want to go play at Buchanan because they win, and I want to be a part of that. I want a sure thing, and I'm actually so proud of the kid that texted in that saying, no, I'm staying. I'm staying at Washington Union. That took balls to say.
But to drop it like that, for the world to see.
Hey, I mean, come on, man. I'm glad he did it. I wish we would have had text messages or something of all the stuff we've heard. That's what I'm saying. It's hearsay. Yeah, you could say all you want about it until you saw the evidence.
It was one of the first times in all these years that I've literally seen a name attached to the conversation and been like, my eyes did. I was like, what?
Oh, I got your text.
Well, yeah, it's not up there anymore. I don't know we talked, Coach Fox and I talked for a brief moment last night. I don't know if he took it down or not. It's not up there, but obviously I screenshotted it. I'm not stupid.
Oh, yeah.
It does, and the credibility wise,
none. No credibility.
Like
I've lost all credibility.
Like, how can you go and talk about
the other schools?
But it doesn't matter. You lie with one. You're in bed with one.
Yeah.
I don't like. At some point, this got to stop. It has to stop.
I think there should be probation. Like, if evidence comes out like this, where it's literally, I want you to come be a part of this program. They're this good. You need to become part of this epic class. And there's evidence right there with a name that is tied to the program.
Yeah.
That's not even at the program, not even involved in the program.
Not a coach.
What anybody thought until this came out. And now, I mean, I'm sorry, but there has to be something, no playoffs, 2022 or, you know what I mean? But the thing is, the CIF probably doesn't get the information. It doesn't get turned in.
Well, the CIF, they don't give a shit, dude.
They don't.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They hosted a state playoff game. Yeah. Right? You said it. You said it about when we didn't get enough hats and medals for our players. They're into making it, not spending it.
Yep.
We had a caller in last night on the Pag Meter show talking about Kern County and how they don't let you transfer.
No. And he was mad about it.
And
I was listening, and I'm like, what? Like, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
You shouldn't get to transfer. Like you and I, we've all said it. Junior high, or is where you should transfer.
I mean, that is the latest.
Yeah,
that's the latest. Right? I counted today since 2008, kids that lived in Madera and played Little League in Madera, some up to junior high, that left, that did not play their high school baseball. Well, a couple transferred during high school baseball. I think I was at like 19 since 2008, with the majority going to Buchanan, Clovis West, or San Joaquin Memorial. In 13 years?
That's a lot.
So let me ask you this. How good is the track really when you're playing with other people's money? When you're playing with LD's players, when you're playing with Washington Union's players or Madera's players or Kingsburg's players, how good are you? Don't praise the track.
How good is Clovis baseball players?
I mean, let's be honest.
When you're pretty much travel teams in the track is what you're getting at.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We're not taking away from the coaching.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is that we put all of this emphasis on how good it is. Well, yeah, you're getting the best players from every school in the Valley.
Yeah. So they might as well be private. Because, I mean, when you go up north or you go to Harvard Westlake, those are all private schools that can recruit and that can, get whoever they want to go to their school. Isn't Jesuit like that up north? Is Bishop Amat like that? Or that's down south?
Yeah.
Or Bishop, what's the Midi or whatever?
Archbishop Midi. That's a private school.
Yeah, see, I mean.
St. Francis.
And those schools are all legit because they have players from all over the area, and we're not trying to take anything away from the tradition or anything, but I don't know. Do we just accept it? We just accept the way it is? I mean, because
we can't change it.
No, we're not going to change it.
We can talk about it and be pissed off about it, and I love seeing a lot of the coaches' reactions. I saw Coach Sandoval at South.
Oh, Souza.
Souza was great. I love it.
I love it.
But what can we do other than say, hey, CIFs, that you need to do something?
Yeah.
You need to stop this. It's not okay. Or are they worried about high school baseball becoming secondary?
Secondary to what?
Travel ball. Again, we had guys.
It's gonna be.
We had a guy not play in a playoff game to go to a professional workout and didn't even get drafted.
Yeah.
Again, if you're on my team, I'm telling you to stay home, dude. We're making a playoff run to win the ultimate prize. And our first game, you're going to go to something that has nothing to do with our team, that benefits only you? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So you expect me to believe you're bought into what we're trying to accomplish? Get the fuck out of here. No. Mm-hmm. Stay home. I'd rather lose without you.
Yeah. I'm with you.
But to see that on Twitter last night was great.
I don't care who the name was. It brought a smile to my face. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know directly or who was like.
But now it's funny. All the people that say stuff to us about certain schools, that just put it in perspective. Well,
there's no going back from it.
No.
Everything that people thought about Buchanan, it validates those thoughts.
Yes.
Everything they felt about Buchanan validates those feelings.
Yeah.
I hate Buchanan. This is why I hate Buchanan. Oh, here's proof of why I felt that way. And I've heard other stories about players or coaches sending emails to players from the players that are getting the emails. Like, it's some shady shit. It's shady as all hell.
Like, that's where it's like.
And for what?
What happened to development?
For what? Ultimately, for what? Look at, dude, Buller is getting guys. I've heard another one's there that just crossed down the street.
Yeah.
For what? For what?
I don't know, because I'm just going to recruit all of them at Fresno City. So, I mean, I'm not in the high school game anymore. Yeah. It is what it is now, because for me, it's a different aspect. When I was in high school, it pissed me off more, But now, Like, I like the fact that things are coming out that we're right. You know what I mean? That we're right.
Yeah, but you're going to turn around and go recruit the same
well,
guy.
what do you want me to do?
No, I know.
I have to.
I get it. Listen, and I said it last night, too, on Pag's show. Like, it boils down to parents anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Like, coaches can recruit all day long, and you can send emails and texts all day long, and the text that was sent to that player at Washington Union, you know, the player made the right move in saying, I'm staying home. Mm-hmm. If the parents don't decide not to move, that's how this stops. That's how it stops.
Yeah.
I live here. I grew up here. I went here. You're going to go here.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or indifferent. If you throw 90 in Liberty Ranchos, you're going to get looked at.
Hey.
I would challenge you to
Connor
go.
Brogdon.
Yeah.
Stetson. Fucking Matt Garza out of Washington Union. I mean, it doesn't matter. Alec Gamboa. Eastman.
Salazar.
Yeah. Ortiz. All those guys are small schools. And the only one that compares to those guys is who? Gambrell. Might be the only one.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't fucking matter where you play. If you're good, you're going to get seen. Like, all that bullcrap of you got to play at this team or this program or this and this. It's a bunch of bullcrap.
I mean, how much is travel ball to blame for the transferring stuff?
A lot. Because they're all buddies. They want to go play with their buddies. And it's like, oh, well, I know these guys are really good. And if I play with them, we'll win. But if I go back to this school, you know, there's only 2 or 3 of us that really want to win. And the other guys just want to play because it's fun. It's baseball. It gets them out of school. Like, I get that. But guess what? Tough shit, dude. That's where you're going to school. Go do you. That doesn't mean you can't be good because your team's not good or your friends. Your friends. That's the thing. Your friends.
Yeah.
Aren't up to par as your travel ball buddies.
Friends.
So the dudes you had sleepovers with growing up and, like, you know, doorbell ditched and, you know, all that shit and had fun as a kid, you're just going to be like, oh, that was cool. I'm going to go win baseball championship over here or go to a better program. These guys are better than you. And guess what? The highest percentage of the time, you end up at the same fucking place you're going to end up.
Well, that's what I was going to bring up. So out of all those kids that I counted that left Madera to go to other schools, only one of them, 2 of them, went on to Division I, and both bounced back after 1 year. I know there's a comment on Twitter from a supporter or somebody that listens to the show about putting a list of players from last year's Buchanan team where they went to school prior to Buchanan.
Mm-hmm.
Which
and we just
all that does is affirm that they've benefited from transfers.
Yeah.
Now, whether that's by recruiting or not, we really can't say. I mean, you know, talking to Austin, that was his choice to go.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody recruited him, you know, like that. We saw the text message.
Which is fine. If people want to go to Buchanan and win, and the tradition and the discipline they have there, like, we're not taking anything away from the coaching staffs that Donald ever had or that Fonts has and the work that the teams put in to be that good. We're not taking anything away from that. But what happened last night is
what you are a very honest guy. I'm just going to directly ask you. When you saw that, what did you think?
I was fucking pissed. I literally said in my head, this fucking guy, and one of his best friends I love one of his best friends, and I might get this, but I said, this guy is a fucking joke. He is a guy that's out there in the public saying one thing and doing exactly the opposite behind everybody's back. And it was proven last night.
And as far as like what Coach Fox said about being poached, these guys are poaching these younger players. And to that comment, I know Mr. Bernal posted about his, you know, Max or his son playing at elementary school.
Garfield and Alta.
Good. We're not even talking about.
We've never once said anything about Bernal.
What we're saying
or
doesn't
his
even
kid.
relate to him.
And I know he's trying to stick up for Buchanan and all that, and that's fine.
I get it.
But I'm sorry, what you just said isn't true. What you just said on Twitter about, okay, let's put the lineup up. I'll start with Max Bernal. Okay, well, we just counted. There's at least 6 guys on the Buchanan team this year that were not Buchanan kids.
Well, they didn't go to junior high or
mountain school for Buchanan.
Yeah.
So, and one of them came over out of high school, during high school.
Yeah.
So don't say let's compare lineups if the facts and stuff aren't there.
About other schools.
Plus Buchanan. And that's why, you guys, if you go listen to Austin's episode, I think I brought up a good point. Clovis Unified should just be Clovis Unified. No Buchanan district, no North, Clovis West. Just, okay, it's Clovis Unified. When you get to that time in your life, what school do you want to go to? Just go to it. But we still feel like you have to make that decision before high school, but make that decision. Don't be penalized for what school you go to. But then also, like, to go back on what you said is it even all Clovis guys at these Clovis schools? Or are they going out and getting the best guy from Washington Union in the Easton? Are they going to get the best guy out of Kingsburg, the best guy out of Visalia, the best guy out of...
Yes.
Okay.
Right, because I'm hearing more kids transferring in from other areas.
And that's why Clovis to Clovis schools,
okay, but
I don't really care. I don't really care about that.
It's a Fresno Unified school they're going to.
Yeah.
Which you know real well.
Yeah. I went there.
So it's happening.
We didn't do that.
It's not just what we saw from...
Mike Noakes didn't do that.
No, but I'm saying it's not just what we saw last night on Twitter, that text message.
Yeah.
While that's linked to one school and it's shitty, and it should be called out, and it's going to be called out. I mean,
you can't even argue it.
Yeah, like there's I don't know.
It's right there. Like, we all know who that is. So don't even try to justify that it isn't wrong.
And just because it's not you, if you're a coach, if you're the guy at a program and it's not you doing it, but you know about it, you're as guilty.
And that's where we don't think Fonts knew about it. The Fonts that we know, we would not condone this and would not go do that himself.
Yeah, it didn't even cross my mind.
And like you said you feel bad for Fonts, and I agree, because what's he thinking now? Everybody's going to have a perception on him now because he is the face of the program.
Everybody's got their own opinion, and that's okay.
Yeah.
As far as this goes, the majority of people are tired of this. They're tired of it. And there's no need to deny it anywhere. No. Anywhere. It's happening. It's been happening. It's happened at small schools. The Madeiras.
Like Fox said, it's perfect.
Yeah.
The small schools work so hard to get players even to come out, to try out, to not get a player package, that can't afford uniforms or afford gear packs or, all this kind of stuff. And the practice that goes into making those guys better. They don't have the 5-star athletes or a team full of D1 athletes, and they have to work harder. Not saying that the Buchanans, the Clovis West and the Clovis and Memorial, they don't work hard. I'm just saying if you don't coach at a school like that and know what it's like to put in, you got to put in extra work. Because, I mean, these kids don't even know how to bunt or how to, at a lot of the times. So, like what he said about these small schools putting in work.
I think about conversations I've had with Pappy about, some of his kids they don't have the opportunity to play travel ball, right? He's got a couple maybe.
Yeah.
So they need the summer program.
Well, he had a kid that had to Uber to practice one day.
They need the fall ball. They need the Saturdays. They need it. Mm-hmm. That's their opportunity to play.
Yeah.
Right. And so when you go take their 2 guys that can play travel ball, right, those 2 guys may be their shot at a Division II title. They don't think they want to win. You don't think Washington Union wants to win in whatever division they're in? That's if that's what they got, if they can play for, then damn it, that's what they want to win.
Yeah. Do they take more pride in that?
But when kids are going everywhere, I don't know, man. Something has to happen. Parents need to say no. No. Like you brought up Murphs, and it's the perfect situation.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Fox is talking about poaching. It happened. It was being pushed. It was tried, and they just weren't having it. It's beautiful. I love it.
I love it too. And I know Sandoval loves it.
Yeah.
His best player is going to stay home and try to win a championship, whether they do or not.
They're going to have a great opportunity to do that.
Because they're going to be young and good. And that's how it should be, man. You're playing with the kids like we said, you had sleepovers with, did stuff with other families, and like those are your friends. Those are the friends that you're going to have for your entire life. Not saying that, when you go to high school and travel ball, but in
Austin's case, right? And you talk about the kid wanted to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And the parents are, everybody's like, it's different when a coach is sending fucking text messages and emails.
Mm-hmm.
If I decide to move my kid, I don't give a shit what you think. You don't pay my bills, right?
But you're also going to be, we're going for baseball.
We're going. I don't care.
We're going for sports.
But if a coach is starting to contact me,
I'll blow him up too. That's an automatic no. Do you have any fucking integrity? Do you have any fucking bone in your body that says, you know what? Good for Washington Union. Good for them, man. They got another Matt Garza, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good for another Justin Chris. Good for them. You know what? I hope he gets that team back to a freaking section championship or something. You know what I mean?
No, we want him.
Why?
Because we need to win. It's important that we win. Fuck them. We need to win.
Yeah, no.
I have to satisfy this ego.
Mm-hmm.
This is all that can be number one. That's why everybody defends it.
Hey, start spreading the news.
I mean,
and it sucks. It really sucks. I feel so bad for Fonts, and I feel bad for the team that they're having to deal with this. And we are not talking about the players or the coaches.
No, and I'm not taking anything away from
least
winning.
The coaches that are doing the right thing. There are some coaches that are doing bad things, but the coaches that aren't doing it, we're not talking about you guys.
Stop it. Just stop. If
win with what you got.
And if you know what's going on, like, stop it. Say something. Stop this.
If a guy wants to come to you and says, "Hey, I just want to go there. I want to go to Buchanan." Okay. Here's the papers. Here's your transfer papers. Here's how you go through it. This is what you do. This is legally how you do it. You want to transfer? Here's the transfer papers. This is how you go about it.
Bye.
Boom. There you go. That's what you want to do.
Peace.
But if like you got a back door like you're talking about and try to get guys in and sneak them in transferring and try to avoid the 365, whatever it is, because they don't fucking do it anymore. And that's just shady shit. Just be upfront. Hey, I want to go to Buchanan. I'm going to transfer. I'm going to move. I'm going to do whatever I want because that's where I want to go as a family. We decided to do that. Great. Thank you. Thank you for being honest and just being straight up.
It's contacting players, man. You can't do that.
No.
You can't do that. You can't email people, players.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pretty special class.
Epic. Come be a part of epic class.
What's not epic about what he can experience where he's at? It just has to stop, man. It's got to stop. And I'm glad that it got put on blast. And sometimes there's a price to pay.
We'll see.
Hey, in the public opinion, that sometimes that's enough. Right? Whether it's like penalties are handed down, whatever.
There won't be.
But it
because
just
he's not affiliated.
No,
with
but it confirms everybody's suspicions. It confirms all these years of talk. It's like, yep, we were right.
Well, yeah, now it really questions who did it start with. I just want to know how many other coaches are going to step forward and follow in Fox's footsteps and get information that have been sent to their players and blast people. Let's freaking do it.
And listen, we're probably going to take some hits for this.
Oh, I'm ready, dude.
There's going to be a number of people that are, they want us to do this, right? There's only so much Papagni can say on live radio, okay? And now with, Metters and the Clovis, and they're affiliated. They're affiliated. I mean, this person was his right-hand man, So who else is there to call it out?
Hit or die, baby.
So we have to call it out. And prove us wrong. Listen, if you know that other people know what's going, prove it to us. Send it to us. We're not going to back down from talking about it.
And we won't use names. If you guys send us stuff and text messages, we'll cross names out. We'll, you will never be known anonymous. And if you don't want to be anonymous, let us know. We'll put it out here. That's what we're here for. We're here to get all the information out, all the facts, what's going on,
I'm also not going to say things about people or any situation that I'm unsure of.
Yeah.
That I can't prove. Not secondhand conversations. None of that.
Which is why,
this made it very easy to talk about and bring up because this got put out for everybody to see.
But like the JD and Clovis West thing, we knew about that how many months ago?
Yes.
But we never said anything because we didn't.
Well, he hadn't talked to his team yet.
Yeah, we didn't know.
He wasn't.
We knew it was in the works. We didn't know
there
when.
wasn't a job at Clovis West. There were things, and it was just rumor at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that.
No.
Because at the end of the day, who looks like a dipshit?
We do.
Because
it almost didn't happen.
I don't know.
It was really close to not happening.
Yeah. So if you know stuff, fine, you can tell us. But if there's people that know that we don't know and you can prove it, prove it. We're in, and we're going to talk about it. But there is a limit to that. I have integrity too. All right, and I'm not about burning bridges. And at the end of the day, this is just high school baseball. And there's a lot more important things going on in our world, in our society, in our valley, in our state, in our kids' lives, to where this, in the grand scheme and in the big picture, and put it all in perspective,
just a little part of
it's
life.
a little part. So let's keep that in mind going forward when we're on social media and everybody's trying to be a tough guy. Just relax, okay? We all think it's shitty, okay? And I'm sure the person is not loving life right now. I'm sure taking some hate, definitely from us. And but let's keep it all in perspective. It's just high school baseball. We do need to figure out some way to stop it. And I think it starts with parents saying no. No. Not what's best for our kid isn't always winning. So stay tuned. There'll be more talk. This will obviously not going to die in just a matter of days, but we appreciate everybody sticking on with the podcast. Hope you guys enjoy Austin Young. It was a great bit with him. Good piece. And we love you guys. We thank you for the support. And that's it, man. Hit or die.
Hit or die.